Are you a KaosLander on Bit.Country or Bitcountry Pioneer, if you want to call it that way? Unfortunately, 6 people have voted so far and the majority don't hold a land. So that is a bit unfortunate that it's the case, right? I did expect most people in my community to have crowdloan into Bitcountry Pioneer, but maybe you are out of KSM, who knows, maybe you didn't trust it enough. It could have been that, or maybe you just weren't aware of it. But I did do a lot of videos telling people about Bitcountry Pioneer at the time. And yeah, it is what it is. We got the information and we're going to be covering that today. And yeah, if you didn't vote yet, please do vote. I am curious to find out if you have gotten a unit in the KaosLand. That's the name of the land on Bitcountry Pioneer and also Bitcountry. We'll talk about the article right in this video. It's going to be a dedicated video for Bitcountry Pioneer's latest announcement because it is quite a lot to cover. Okay, we've got this article here. I'm going to talk through it and then I'm going to kind of give you my thoughts as well as I talk through it. So today they've made an announcement that you can now check your near rewards to see if you also qualified for the KaosLand Metaverse and of course any additional rewards that you would have gotten. So I'm not going to go through this bit here. They are Metaverse believers. We know that. I actually had Ray Lu on this channel. I had an interview with him. If you want to check that out, he gave us a little bit more info. But let's get straight into this article here and talk about what's going on here. So Pioneer Crowdloan Rewards website is live. So now you can check how many rewards you're due to get. And by the way, for each 1 KSM you contributed, the base reward was 72 near. That is the guaranteed base reward amount, regardless if you were in early or not, right? The first 1,000 people to have contributed also got a small bonus. I believe it's something between 5 to 10%, if I'm not mistaken. I did not get one of those bonuses, unfortunately, but it's not the end of the world. I have made a pretty heavy contribution into Bitcountry Pioneer because I do believe it's going to do well. I do believe that they're going to be backed by a lot of people, and I do believe there's going to be a lot of hype because remember, this is the first huge metaverse project on Kusama. Okay, the huge, and when I say huge, I mean like proper 3D, proper top-notch graphics kind of metaverse, right? Not just your typical 2D. I know that Remark are going to launch a metaverse too. They're going to be 2D, right? It's going to be different. The Canary Birds are going to have a utility, etc. But Remark are also going to have land within Bitcountry. So just imagine how big Bitcountry is going to be. Bitcountry is not just about one metaverse created by the team. This is about a platform, right? So think about it, like all these different small metaverses which are creating their own unique metaverses for their own platforms are also going to be developing a metaverse, or building, I should say, build a metaverse on Bitcountry. Not only Bitcountry Pioneer, but also Bitcountry. So the two of them, the one on Kusama and also the one on Polka. Now the one on Kusama is going to have less storage space, so there are not going to be that many metaverses on Bitcountry Pioneer, but then on Bitcountry there's going to be a lot more. Okay, but nevertheless it has to start somewhere, so it's going to kick it off with Bitcountry Pioneer. So yeah, they're saying here that today they've the early builders with a land distribution plan were getting honored. That are aiming to bootstrap the network. They welcome pioneers to join them in this step one of many and create a multi-metaverse paradigm on the Pioneer platform. The additional land gift is designed for those who are willing to build and want to have a presence or launch a metaverse experience for their people and community. Expect chaos. So the treasury will launch 2 metaverses on the Pioneer map, a more relaxed version of the continuum map on Polkadot. Okay, so this is how it's going to be looking like here. As you can see, you're going to be able to see each unit, and then within each unit you're going to have your own block of land there. But again, if you want to have an entire block of land, apparently you need 100 units. Okay, so it's not so easy to get 100 units. You needed to have a humongous contribution to get that much. People that have a lot of money would have had that much KSM to contribute to get an entire block. But even if you get 1 unit, it's still quite good, right? So they're saying here, we have a queue of strategic partners launching their metaverse onto the Pioneer map to be one of your surrounding good neighbors. Their communities can travel through the boundaries of their metaverse to the adjacent ones. Okay, so again, you can travel between different metaverses. You're not restricted. Nobody's imposing any kind of think of it, any kind of border, right? So for example, when I'm going to launch my metaverse, on my units of land, then other people can join that metaverse. So I could be chatting with people there, and then people can join in and chat to me and to my friends as well, right? Or to my community. So that's the beauty of it. There are no borders when it comes to metaverses. Now, the difference is that I will be able to build on my own land because it belongs to me, right? You will not be able to build on your own land. I think on my land, sorry, I think you can if I rent it out, but I'm still not entirely sure on how that process works. And we're going to get more info on that as the time progresses, because they're still doing some development. We're still going through the different phases now for this parachain. So we could expect something to happen around January. We're likely going to get probably the token distribution and likely the launch as well. It's going to be around January, I think. So let's continue on here to coordinate regarding the Genesis Metaverse. So the coordinate of the Genesis Metaverse on the Pioneer map is P0, 0, which is the origin. So this is the treasury owned metaverse. Our metaverse boss team will be responsible for developing it from day one. The current plan is to build an abstraction of landmarks from different cultures and a number of civilization milestones from human history. There will also be facilities such as thunder, university centers, event centers, clubs, and the first lot of selected user-created experiences. We will invite strategic partners and outstanding pioneers to join us to co-record the future of human civilization advancement on the metaverse machines. Now, KaosLand Metaverse, this is the one where I got a lot of units on, and so did you if you've contributed to the crowd loan for Bitcountry Pioneer. Together, we are one team and create chaos side by side. Its coordinate on the Pioneer map is P1, 0. This is the very first coordinate next to the origin. KaosLanders are expecting chaos on Kusama. They are the risk takers and visionaries. The citizens are literally taking the responsibility to pioneer the rest of the network and lead by example. KaosLand Metaverse will be the very first community-owned, partially treasury-owned metaverse and supported by the treasury. With an initial 26,000 stakeholders and taking up 30% of the total land block, taking up total 30% of the total land block supply on Pioneer. Very likely will be the largest metaverse on the Bitcountry Pioneer network. Prospect, Chaos Social Token. So this is something new here that they're introducing. I didn't know about this either, right? So this is something new. So once social tokens are enabled, the Chaos token is likely to be minted and distributed to qualified stakeholders in KaosLand. Thus, these stakeholders will become Chaos members to co-govern and develop its future. So if you own a unit of land, my understanding is that you're going to be eligible to receive a Chaos token. Okay, now please note that social tokens will not be enabled anytime soon on the Pioneer network. We will observe the development of KaosLand and user growth and their engagement. So this is something that's going to happen later on. However, KaosLand is likely to be the first metaverse on the Bitcountry and Metaverse network ecosystem to enable a social token. A time will be when the majority of us see an economic demand for its utility. Being an ambitious pioneering metaverse, KaosLand has the potential to be one of the most significant metaverses on the market. Additional rewards. So we're going to talk about the additional rewards next, but first I'd just like to take a short break and thank today's video sponsors, Crypto Dragon. So I'm going to play this short clip and then we'll continue on here with the additional rewards and of course the rest of this article and talk through it. Thank you. Collect and earn with NFT Dragons. Crypto Dragons is an NFT blockchain game and it all begins with buying an NFT egg, either a random one, an epic one, or a legendary one. All eggs will hatch on the 25th of December and generate a secondary NFT with a dragon with a random class. The classes that are available are common, rare, epic, and legendary, while also keeping your original NFT, which is the egg. Also, 10,000 unique initial dragons will exist at first, but there will also be offspring created through breeding of dragons, and each dragon has 12,000 different attributes in its DNA, which would result in billions of unique dragons being generated. You also have the option to guarantee an epic or a legendary dragon by purchasing one of the more expensive eggs. The benefit of owning a legendary dragon is the passive income it will generate you, as the platform shares 50% of all breeding earnings with the legendary dragon holders. Crypto Dragons also guarantee an airdrop to every dragon holder of their dragon coin, CDC. A random egg will give you 1,200 CDC, an epic one 10,000, and a legendary one 50,000 CDC. These tokens will have a utility when purchasing or selling dragons, as well as for creating offspring when breeding dragons, and likely for the Dragon Battle Arena too. Battle Arena will go live after the dragons hatch, and so you can already begin competing with the other dragons to either win Ethereum or an NFT dragon. There will also be a marketplace launched. One other interesting functionality is there are 9 smart contracts which all interact with each other depending on what operation you're performing, each one with unique functionalities such as one for handling DX, one for the dragons themselves, one for the battle arena which handles all the different actions that happen in the arena for the dragon market, and even one for the crossbreed. It's ultimately a proper game that will give players an opportunity to not only hold but actually use their cool dragon to earn. For more details, check out cryptodragons.com from the description of this video. Thanks for watching. Now, the additional rewards. Land means capacity and presence in the metaverse. It consumes computational and storage resources and thus comes with an economic cost, risks, and opportunity cost relative to their size on the network. From our public survey, our land is in high demand. We believe a sustainable economy is to deliver value as a result of effort. An overhead market could create unnecessary hype and a bubble that isn't aligned with our long-term goal. With this in mind, on top of the 72 Near tokens for each KSM contributed, we decided to give an additional reward without any cost to early supporters, the opportunity for supporters to develop and build up the initial presence in the metaverse together. Real Metaverse boss team and the treasury will also support part of the development, for instance town planning, some infrastructure and land unit reserves for future growth. Please follow our Real Metaverse boss for more frequent updates. Here's an overview of the plan. Land units are distributed using the following mostly linear formula related to KSM contribution regardless of the platform used. So again, you can see how you got your near and land reserve. Okay, you can see the formula here. If you've contributed more than 1 KSM or at least 1 KSM, then you would qualify for a unit of land. Okay, this is my understanding here. And here they're basically rounding this up here, so you could see if you've got between 0.11 and more than 1 KSM or less than 1 KSM, you're eligible for 2 units. Anything less than 1, it means that you got 0 units. Okay, so that's how they're calculating it there. So for 0.5 KSM, you'll get 2 land units in KaosLand. For 1 KSM, you get 4 land units. For 250 KSM, you'll receive 28 land units in KaosLand. For 5,000 KSM, you'll receive 488 land units. Okay, that is a whole lot. And for 10,281 KSM, you'll receive 1,000 land units, which is the maximum land units that you can get in KaosLand. The location of the units in KaosLand, so we'll allocate the land units starting from the KaosLand center out to more rural areas. The priority will be based on total KSM contribution in descending order and then in time ascending order. So here are some terminologies. A land unit is the smallest unit of a land block. A land unit is 10 meters by 10 meters. The land level is determined by land development and community engagement. Fundamentally, the higher the level, the more effort that was required. More details about the land level measurements will be released when the application is live. Now, with regards to the avatar level, that's determined by a user's platform engagement and commitment. It is a measure of how dedicated the user is to the Bitcountry and Metaverse platform. More details about the avatar level will be released when the application is live. And next, the land gift expiry. Land units need to be claimed within 3 months of the initial launch, or they will be reclaimed by the treasury. Okay, so that's very important. Land units claimed without any activity within 6 months after the first day of launch will be reclaimed by the treasury. Okay, so that's just to ensure that you are active in the community. Now, the special land block pool. So the treasury will sponsor an initial 1,000 land blocks, 10% of the total land supply for KaosLand landowners to claim once they meet the following criteria. Once the user's avatar reaches level 10, and the user has at least 1 land unit in KaosLand that reaches level 10, the land block is used to launch their own individual metaverse with their own map, governance, and world. There's also a special NFT for Metaverse Odyssey event contributors. So a mining booster NFT can be claimed if you participated in this event. This NFT will boost your mining power by 15% for 14 days from when you consume it. This will be available on the platform and more details will be released later. And if you qualify to receive both Bit mining booster NFTs, they don't stack. You should use them one by one. Example, after the first one's duration has expired, then you can use the second one. There's also a special NFT for Pioneer crowdloan's first 2,000 contributors. So a Bit mining booster NFT can be claimed if you participate in this event. This NFT will boost your mining power by 15% over 14 days from when you consume it. This will be available on the platform and claimable. More details will be released later. And if you qualify to receive both Bit mining booster NFTs, they don't stack. You should use them one by one. For example, after the first one's duration has expired, then you can use the second one. Okay, so that's how that works. There's also the special land for Metaverse evangelists. So Bit.Country Metaverse evangelists will receive an additional 4 land units as recognition of their effort helping out the community and creating a great vibe in Discord and Telegram. There's also the special NFT giveaway from the Metaverse building partner MetaDojo. MetaDojo offers ready-built and affordable Metaverse premises that can be seamlessly deployed to any land on Bitcountry and Bitcountry Metaverse network platform. To celebrate this well-deserved land distribution and honor early community supporters, they're launching a special NFT airdrop event that is exclusive to Bitcountry whitelist members. So this is how it's going to look here. Of course, you can find out more if you are interested. There's also the frequently asked questions section here. So let's talk about these as well. So how will we determine the location of land units? Well, we'll allocate the land units starting from the KaosLand center out to more rural areas. The priority will be based on total KSM contribution in descending order. Can land unit owners regroup land units in KaosLand? That's an interesting one. So yes, you can regroup them into estates with the minimum required land units. The minimum required for an estate in KaosLand will be announced in the future. Can land units be transferred to someone else or sold on the marketplace? Well, initially no. However, we will consider enabling transfers or marketplace listing at the right time in the future. Can I buy a land block for my own metaverse? Yes, for people who want to launch their own metaverse and don't want to wait, there will be an on-platform land block auction using Near. We will make land block auctions live at the right time after the launch. Okay, strategic land partners with a metaverse strategy and dedicated team may be able to launch a metaverse as soon as they go live. Okay, so that's how that works. What's the initial supply of land blocks and distribution strategy? Bitcountry Pioneer will have an initial supply of only 10,000 land blocks. That equates to 10% of the total land supply of Bitcountry Continuum on Polkadot. Future land supply of Pioneer will be solely deemed by Near holders through a proposal and public referenda. It is really a matter of if the community wants to bring more Near users and metaverse builders when the 10,000 is fully diluted. Genesis will take approximately 10% of the total supply. KaosLand will take approximately 30% of the total supply. The remaining 60% will be distributed to strategic metaverse builders and through on-platform land block auctions using Near. So now land block versus land unit. This is an interesting one because we'll get more info on that. So one land block consists of 100 land units. Land units can be grouped into estates. Okay, so that's how that works. Now a deployed land block within a metaverse is permanent. Okay, land blocks by nature are not transferable. However, land unit ownership can be transferred to a different owner once transferring is enabled. Okay, so that's interesting to know in case you're not interested to have a land block. If you've got some land units, you can transfer those land units later when you'll be able to sell them. When the enabled transfers, you'll be able to sell them to somebody who's interested, who's got maybe more time to be playing around there, right? So now how to earn Bit and what is the utility? Bit is earned through land of any type, okay, such as staking and collator node staking. A Bit can also be earned through various tasks on the platform. Okay, so you need Near to earn Bit. Okay, by the way, this is how it's going to work. Bit is a key consumable asset used across the metaverses. Bit is used as a base material for land development and also as an energy source required for upgrading and maintaining an entity. More details will be providing within the launch documentation and training videos before they do the Alpha 1.0 launch for the first version. Is Bit transferable or tradable on day one? Well, we may enable transfer earlier. However, we want to encourage the community to use Bit to develop first. After the Bit economic observation period, we'll enable the swap of Bit to other assets, either on platform or through third-party DEX to be decided. Now, what are the best practices for land development? With a given land unit, you'd be able to learn how the metaverse operates at a relatively smaller scale. With that experience, you'll be able to launch a successful metaverse of your own. Your goal is to create community engagement. This will bring value to yourself and the community as a whole. You can develop your vision with respect to your community, your skills and values. Apply your vision to your land. You don't necessarily want to be the same as everyone else. So you can imagine this a bit like starting your own business. You should do market research and don't be afraid to experiment with potential ideas to validate your market fit. You can create a plan designed for how you wish to develop your land to effectively achieve your vision with respect to the bit and time requirements. If you change your mind, the bit can be partly recovered from your buildings when removing them, but not all bit will be returned. Further details will be provided in the documentation before launch. Now, how to build. Developing your land unit can take quite a bit of effort and time, so there's the bit cost to factor into as well, unless you decide to use existing or custom solution providers where there's more cost but less time and effort involved. You can build on your own land through a combination of the below methods. 1. Using the voxel system. If you're familiar with other voxel based games, you'll be right at home building out your land. We can view a demo on this, but I'm not going to view it in this video. Now, second, using the system, the asset system, be able to place your NFTs and non-NFT assets onto your land. These will be closer to traditional 3D models that can be rotated and scaled to your desired orientation and size. Using the tooling system, there are a number of tools available to place rich media and other resources onto your land or associate with placed assets. Examples include placing text, sounds, videos, images, and hyperlinks. And for 3D assets or NFTs, you are able to create and mint your own by providing the necessary files, which can be made using the common 3D modeling or image creation tools. More details will be released closer to launch in their documentation. And you can also purchase assets, NFTs made by others on the marketplace. Items purchased on the marketplace are guaranteed to work well on the platform. If you don't have the time to develop or place assets on your land, you can consider finding a service provider who can develop your land at a cost. Like with any provider, you should do your research before committing to using their services. So what is the timeline? TG token generation event will be in January or February 2022. Okay, so now we finally got that answer. Security and accuracy is a higher priority than time. A public listing of Near they'll decide that according to user activity and market dynamics after the TGE. Okay, so that's likely going to happen soon after the TGE. I think it's going to happen maybe even 1 day or 2 days, within a week, let's say, from the moment that the enable token transfers, because exchanges just list straight away as soon as token transfers are enabled. Now, Bitcountry Alpha 1.0 release will be given the development of the initial 2 metaverses, corresponding metaverses and land distribution. They're aiming to start onboarding the first lot of users in Q1 to Q2 of 2022. They're busy hiring new members to beef up the development process. However, it takes time to select elite members that appreciate the culture. They'll continue to share progress on Twitter and in the monthly medium development updates. Of course, for more up-to-date information, you can check them out here. You can actually follow and view Justin's Metaverse Lawmakers tweet here if you are interested. We do have a bit more here, so let's see here. What else do we have? We've got the avatar level information. So avatar level is determined by users' platform engagement and commitment. It's a measure of how dedicated user is to Bitcountry and Metaverse network ecosystem. Some leveling up opportunities may involve learn to earn and grow to earn tasks on Thunder University platform. More details about the avatar level system will be released when the application is live. How does the land level work? Land level is determined by land development and community engagement. Fundamentally, the higher the level, the more effort that was required. Okay, so that's another way here. More details about that later. Pioneer on Kusama versus Continuum on Polkadot. So nominated metaverses will be awarded a Space Warp Pass NFT to migrate to the Continuum, making room for new metaverses on Pioneer and creating new opportunities for growth. So that's interesting. Okay, there will be a way for you to space warp your NFT or your metaverse from Pioneer over to Polkadot using an NFT. The migration is optional. However, it is economically incentivized with the potential of much more exposure because they obviously want to free up some space on Pioneer. When is the Polkadot crowdloan? Well, when they're ready. If Near is doing good, NUM is expected to do similar. If a gem is not unearthed, it is still a gem. Join the Near force and add value to the future of NUM. Priority is the development of Pioneer and its economy to a point where they're comfortable with. Once it has a better establishment and close to self-governance, the team will shift their focus onto Polkadot. There will be new experiences, fine-tuned economics, and existing features made available only to Continuum on Polkadot. So that's going to be interesting. So yeah, let me know what you think, by the way, in the comments below of this. This was quite a lot to cover, but it's definitely interesting and it just shows you the potential that Bitcountry have. And I'm really looking forward to that. I'm really anxious to see how it's going to perform, of course, when it comes to the utility, because they're going to launch the platform and then we're gonna have, of course, the token transfers. So it's gonna be it's not gonna be a case of just launching a token and just forgetting about it, right, with no use case whatsoever. It's actually going to have utility. You are going to be able to stake the near token, and you're going to be able to generate bit, which you're going to be using in the metaverse. So it's definitely a plus from that aspect, right? And hopefully it's going to create enough demand for people to want to get in and to want to join the Bitcountry metaverse. That's been it from today's video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.